In today's video, we are going to be seeing what is faster, GTA 5's fastest cars or a Tesla Model S 90D. I couldn't find the 100D, but you know what, the 90D is still pretty damn fast. So we're going to see which is faster, all of these extremely fast cars in GTA 5, but we do need to upgrade them because they're looking a little bit stock. So let's go and throw some upgrades on. Now it looks like they actually have a fighting chance to beat the incredibly fast Model S. Comment down below which vehicles you think will beat it and which vehicles won't beat it. Before we get into it, just take a look at how fast this Model S is. One of the best parts is its launch. It just takes off. It is an electric vehicle, so that top speed isn't the best, but when it launches, it is incredible. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and with that said, let's get into it. Alright, all of the vehicles are lined up on the runway, the Tesla is on its side, and all the other GTA cars are on the other. Let's see if any of the cars in GTA 5 can beat the Model S. First up to the line, we have the Neon. This is one of my favorite sports cars in the game, and it is electric, so it's going to be a perfect matchup for the very first race. Let's see what happens. Alright, so off the line, you guys are going to see the Tesla has a pretty good launch, but the Neon also has a really good launch. It's a very close race. They're neck and neck, but the Tesla pulls ahead and beats it by 0.6 milliseconds, so we're going to have to give the W to the Model S, but that was a very, very close race. Next up, we have the 811. Now, this car isn't the best, but it has a very high top speed, so I'm curious to see if it can beat the Model S. Let's see. Off the line, both of the cars actually get a pretty good launch, but you can't beat the launch you get from an electric vehicle. They just take off. And that's why the Tesla is so much further ahead. Once again, the Tesla finished in 9.94 seconds, while the 811 finished in 10.27. So that makes the scores now 2-0 for the Tesla. Next up to the line, we have the Coil Cyclone. This car has one of the best accelerations in the entire game, so I'm really curious to see how well it does in this race. So for the launch, you guys are going to see they launch really well, but I actually think the Cyclone got a little bit better of a launch, and because of that, it beat out the Model S by about 0.5 seconds, which is pretty insane. So that now makes the scores 2-1 for the Tesla. Next up to the line, we have the Ariah, one of the fastest cars in GTA 5 Online, but it doesn't have the best launching ability, so I'm curious to see how much of an effect it has on a quarter-mile drag race. Now you guys are going to see how much of a difference the launch makes. The Tesla just takes off. The Ariah takes off as well, but it loses a bit more traction on the launch, which ends up messing up the whole race for it. The Tesla got a time of 9.94 and the Ariah 10.32, which now makes the scores 3-1 for the Tesla. Next up, we have the Tesseract, another very fast electric car. I'm curious to see how well it'll do. I know the Cyclone's a little bit faster than the Tesseract, so I'm curious. Let's see what happens. I have mentioned in other videos that doing a burnout when you launch with an electric vehicle does give it a little bit of a speed boost, so I did that with both of the vehicles here, and you can see they're both doing pretty well, but then you realize the Tesla is way further ahead and it beats out the Tesseract by almost a whole second, which is pretty crazy. So that now makes the scores 4-1 for the Tesla. Right now, the GTA cars aren't looking that great. Next up, we have the Kreiger. Now, this is another really great supercar I use in races. It's really fast, it has great handling, it's a great all-around vehicle, but can it beat a Tesla in a standing quarter mile? Off the line, both cars have amazing launches. They both take off. I think the Kreiger, once again, did actually get a little bit better of a launch, but you're gonna see here still that Tesla just takes off, and it beats it out by 0.2 seconds, which is pretty crazy, but it now makes the scores 5-1 for the Tesla. By the way, be sure to check out DigiZani. They'll hook you up with tons of discounted games, gaming accessories, discounted gift cards, and in-game currency for dozens of your favorite games. Don't forget to use code Frolics at checkout for a 10% discount. Next up to the line, we have the Progen Amorous. This is another awesome supercar in GTA 5. This is my go-to vehicle for supercar races, so I have high hopes Let's see what happens. Off the line, both the cars get a pretty good launch, but like I said every time, the Tesla just takes off. Like, look how fast it's going right after the launch. A couple seconds later, it's about to hit top speed, which is insane. And it does beat it out by right around half of a second, which now makes the score 6-1 for the Tesla. We have one more car to test, but I still think the Tesla is going to absolutely destroy it. The Tesla is just a beast. And the final vehicle going up against the Tesla is going to be the DigiZani 8 based off the Double 16. It's got 5,000 horsepower. Can it beat the Tesla Model S? Off the line, it's pretty clear the Tesla gets a much better launch. It gets a better launch than practically every car in this video, and it ends up beating the DigiZani 8 almost by 1 second, just a little bit over half, which is pretty insane. So that now makes the scores 7-1 for the Tesla. That pretty much sums up the video right there. One car beat the Tesla Model S 90D, which is pretty insane. The Cyclone is a pretty fast car, and it beat it out just by a little bit. Every other vehicle had no shot at all. They were all pretty far off. The Model S is an absolute beast. If you guys want to see another video of me doing this, testing GTA 5 cars versus real life cars, be sure to drop a like on the video. It would be greatly appreciated. You want to see one with a Tesla Roadster versus something else? Let me know. Comment down below what exactly you want to see. Anyways, if I were you and you're in a drag race or you're just driving on the road, I would not try to race a Model S because it's most likely going to absolutely destroy you. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.